Good morning. Hi, it's Clarice. Just thought I'd pop on here and show you something very, very special. Aside from this beautiful street cat. Buenos días, ¿cómo estáis? ¿Cómo estáis, chica? Chica or chico, I don't know. Estepona has a lot of street cats. Greece is actually the same. When I went to the Greek islands many years ago, over several years, 2012 to 2014, there was a lot of street cats, or campo cats, country cats as they would call them, and they serve a really good purpose. I don't want to talk too loud because I don't want to wake my neighbours. As you can see, it is dawn here, and I wanted to show you this because the dawn in Spain is very, very special at all the seasons of the year. People are up, not so much at this time in the morning. It's not so much a Spanish thing to be at 8 o'clock, which sounds like normal for most people in the United States and Britain, in most of Europe. But I can honestly tell you that the Mediterranean, the Italians, the Greeks, and the Spanish, it's a very different life. So sometimes when I need a bit of catharsis, I suppose, I love nothing more than taking either a very late ramble in the AM or what is classed as an early ramble in the AM. So we're just going to have a little walk through the city, through the centre of the town, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Estepona for you. You can see a few cars going up the main road, but mainly very little people. I'll see if there's somewhere open for a coffee. There's normally some places open for a coffee as well. Very few though in Estepona. Estepona is not a big city. It is a small city, and it's still classed, or they still talk about it, the locals, as a pueblo. All the lights have come down, as you can see. Very, very beautiful. And you can see the local people. Got the street cleaner. Buenas.
Hola.
So we've got the street people as well, street cleaners. A few people up and out having a walk about, wanting to catch the early morning sun. Ooh, better watch out for the cars. Better watch out for the cars. This is the other thing with it being so early in the morning. As I say, 8 o'clock. This was never early to me. When I lived in London for 12 years, early in the morning was like 5:30, 6 o'clock, when I was doing my London dreaming thing. And listen to that bird song. Absolutely beautiful. We get the dawn chorus. At the moment, our daylight hours are pretty much from, as you can see, 8 o'clock. Oh, there's a cafe open. This is La Palma, and it is known as a very, very good fish restaurant. So when you come to Estepona, check out La Palma. You can see all the different types of fish displayed: paella, entrecote, that's your beef, solomillo de ternera as well, and their tapas, but mainly a fish restaurant. So some people get up early, and there is a few places. La Palma is one of them. Cafeteria Orchidario in the Orchidario, which I'm going to show you very, very soon. Not today, but soon. And you will see for yourself how wonderful parts of this city is. Now, I did touch on before when I had my Saturday Epiphany ramble just over a week ago about the murals. And you can see a couple of them here. This is the plaza the Manilva is around the corner. It's a very, very beautiful plaza. But this is also gorgeous. Just touching on some, look, there's another mural. This one won the prize, the big international prize I was telling you about, in 2020. Now, Estepona has over 70 murals since they've been doing the competition. Since roughly about 2017. And the two prize winners, there's a first prize winner of €50,000, and then there's a second prize winner as well. So if you get into the top two, you're more or less assured of winning a prize. They come to Estepona after being chosen by submitting what their idea of a mural will be, and then the council provides the infrastructure. They come to Estepona and they do the mural, and then it's chosen by a combination of public voting and a panel designated by the Ayuntamiento, which is the fancy Spanish name for council. And look, I've got a couple of joggers here. They're also doing what I'm doing. But instead of running, I'm going on foot, just taking a walk. Now, if you go up this high street here, this is the Calle Terraza. Calle Terraza is the main shopping precinct. Now, it's also the main road that takes you into the gateway of the old town, and it also takes you to what I call almost the top of Estepona, which is where I live, Orchidario. Orchidario has a building in there with over 500 orchids. And they also have the most gorgeous gardens. Estepona is known for its gardens. They call themselves the Garden City of the Costa del Sol. You can see at the moment there's lots of what they call obras, buildings, and reconstructions and constructions going on. Since I moved here in 2016, there has been a lot of changes. The Orchidario was built and completed in February of 2016. That's when I got my little flat, and it was a perfect timing. And you can just see here as well, just pulling some things out. Bakeries are open. Bread is the food of life. In Spain, everyone likes a good loaf of bread. Again, we were in this plaza, the Plaza del Arte, Dr. Arce, just the other night. So I'm just showing you where we more or less went on our little tiki tour from Sunday and Saturday. Again, these roads are being reconstructed. So, going on about some of the buildings and where I'm taking you this morning so that you can get a dawn look. Estepona has 22 kilometres of coastline along the Mediterranean. And on a beautiful clear day, which is more often than not happening out of 365 days, Estepona gets about 360 days of clear sky. So it's quite a beautiful thing. La Concha, they're opening up too. Isn't this magical? We have a local person, Fernando Ruiz Marquez, and he's basically Estepona's jewel. He's the narrator, visual narrator, and he often makes the news. The local Canal Sur. I promote him in my group, Estepona Now. So if you're interested in coming to Estepona, please join up with Estepona Now on Facebook. Or as I said, hit the subscribe button on my playlist at Diva Clarice Williams. And that playlist is Spanish streaming. And you will hear all about different parts of Spain. But obviously this is where I live, so I spend a little more time talking about this city and why I chose it. So going back to what I was saying about the beach and the coastline, Estepona has 22 kilometres of coast, and you can see on a clear day the Rock of Gibraltar. You can see the Pillars of Hercules. That's a wonderful story I'll tell you about later, Greek mythology. And all I can say is trust the Greeks to get in on a culture and get in a mythical story that's not their own. Remember, we saw this beautiful lady last week. This is what the day is going to be like in January, winter sun. This is the new hotel, it's about to open. It's called Macaco. You can actually see Africa from Estepona. As I said, you can see the Rock of Gibraltar as well. You can also see the Pillars of Hercules, which is known as the Atlas Mountains. Now, just some more fabulous things. I'm showing you. This is actually, it doesn't look so attractive, but I'm thinking by the summer this is going to be done. They cut off the Avenida España last summer and turned it into a walkway. And we're walking towards it now, this is what they cut off and turned it into a pedestrian crossing. Which was a bit of a shame because there's only two roads, main roads going in and out of Estepona, which is the Avenida España, which we're on now, and Avenida Andalusia. When I moved here, not only was the Orchidario about to be finished and opened, there was also this beautiful Paseo Maritimo. So, in other words, seaside walk. And this is what I've come to show you. Isn't this amazing? This is the little chap I showed you the other week as well on my nighttime walk along here. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of ASMR, audio, sensory, meridian or whatever it's called. So you can take in what I'm taking in. And I see this every single day. You can see the chess sets. You can play chess out on the Maritimo. Over here it's closed, but it'll be open soon, is La Peseta. It's arguably the oldest Chiringito. Chiringitos are called beach restaurants or beach huts. And you can get cheap eats, literally. There's a butt view of one of the sculptures, and I talked a little bit about him and some of the sculptures a week ago. I think it was either Saturday or Sunday night. Here you go. Isn't that fantastic? Now there is a senda litoral. They've actually extended the walkway from here in the last 5 years. Those sets of lights in the distance there by La Peseta, past La Peseta, that's the port. That little sort of slightly dark looking blob in the distance, if you've got good eyesight, that's Gibraltar. That's how close we are. If the mist clears, then I will be able to show it to you another day. Another thing I want to point out is look how flat it actually looks. So flat, and this is what gave people the idea, this vision between here and Africa. Africa's not far away. On a clear day, you can actually see Africa. Can you just see on the coastline there, on the skyline, the sort of dark little shapes? That's Africa that you are looking at. But I'll show you again when we have a better view. Isn't this magical? another beach hut, one I don't personally go to. Some of them are very, very overpriced, and that's not the point of the Chiringito. The Chiringito is meant to be a place you can hang out and literally have cheap eats. So if you go into one of these Chiringitos that's got some jazz music and a saxophonist, that's not a proper Chiringito. The Chiringito is a place you can go for cheap coffee, so I recommend La Peseta. Yes, the toilet facilities are rough and ready, but you're paying €1 for a coffee. Your cocktails are around €6 and you have mojitos, and it's very enjoyable. Check out those seagulls. I can't really talk to you for much more, but I just want to thank everybody. I've had in the last week nearly 5k views of Spanish streaming. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for your comments. I've had Spanish people and English speaking people alike comment on it. So happy. That little dot in the distance, that's a fisherman's boat. They're catching the fish, and I'm going to talk about that as well very, very shortly when I show you the fishermen's villages. So this is the sunrise that I wanted to show you. Look at that. At the moment we've been having a little bit unseasonably warm weather. It's been 20 degrees during the day and 16 at night, and it's been fantastic. Let's just do a little pan for you before I close. This is the Paseo Maritimo. You can see here lots of people live on the front line, as it's called, or these apartments. People walking, taking in the beautiful day. And what a start to the day it is. Just had to show you guys. This is my Estepona. This is why I moved here. This is what I love. So I'm going to wish you a happy day wherever you are. Take care of yourself and keep shining bright. Lots of love. Bye. Bye.